Just imagine, you go through the cards, you spread through them, and you get the spectator to touch any playing card that they like. You then leave that card sticking out, you show it to them up to the very last second where they can even push the card in. You then spread through the cards and you show that one card is outjogged from the pack. But unbeknown to them, you can have that card on the bottom, you can have it second from the bottom, or you can even shift it all the way to the top. By far, out of all the controls you could do, there is nothing more fair than a Spread Cull. You've been asking me for card controls, false shuffles and tutorials, and that's what we'll be doing for the next few weeks. My name's Ross Donald, I'm a magician from Scotland, and I've been taking magic seriously for the past 4 years, so I'm not just another magician on the platform revealing tricks. Just because I'm a young magician doesn't mean that I'm inexperienced to teach any of this stuff. So here's your crediting. The convincing control, named by Ed Marlowe, is based on a variation of his bottom control, the Spread Cull. He'd seen Larry Jennings do it, and I mean so many people have their own variations on the Spread Cull. In fact, Alex Pandrea, he had a wee nice variation on it. I'm not going to teach it, but it looks something like this. 5 of spades, and then you do that, and you've got the card all the way to the bottom. Dan and Dave also had their own variation. Don't worry, I'm not going to be teaching any of that. We just learn the basic convincing control, and I'll try and make it short and sweet. If you're not subscribed and you're watching these videos, maybe hit the subscribe button. I don't know, and maybe hit the like button too, as it does help, believe it or not. Let's not waste any more time and just get into the video. Alright, so this is pretty simple. To start with, just hold the cards in straddle grip, like so. And then you're going to take your other hand, bend the pinky back, and we're going to spread the cards in a straight line. Normally magicians like to spread the cards like this, but for the cull, it's much easier in a straight line. So hold it in straddle grip, bend the pinky back, push your thumb on top like this, and you're just going to spread in a straight line here. Ask the spectator to touch any card they like. Let's say they touch this one here. What you're going to do is grip the card that's to the right of the card that they touched and hold it with 3 fingers like so, and the pinky at the bottom. We'll go through this bit one more time. Hold it in straddle grip, spread straight. They touch a card, let's say they touch this one. We're going to grip it in this position here. Obviously you're not displaying that card, you're just keeping it here. And then you're going to bring it towards and square it up with the card that they touched. And once you're in this position, we're going to bring all of this up. So you have their selection here, and then the card behind it. So you're actually gripping 2 cards in this position. With the pointer finger of this hand, we're going to touch the corner. Then we move the hands from this upwards position to a downwards position like so. And when we're here, we're going to cull the card and spread. I'll show you what's happening underneath. So once we do all the steps again, we're pointing at that card. We're going to bring it down here. And once we've moved it down, remember this is still in this position here, I'm just showing you what's happening underneath. The card's going to be pulled this way, and then we're going to spread the cards using the left thumb, and this card's going to ride all the way to the bottom, and then we square up the cards. You don't want to get that flash at the bottom, which can happen unless you tilt your hand down like this, you're going to flash. So we'll do this one more time. So they touch a card, let's say they touched this one here. We're going to move it, holding it with the 3 fingers with the pinky on the bottom. It's very important that you have that pinky along the side. The card's going to be squared in this hand, and we're going to touch this bit here, move it down, and I like to really cock my wrists forward. You see, if you're here, you're still going to get that wee flash, which you don't want. So if we take the card here, we lift it up, point at it, come down, and cock your wrist this way as much as you can as you're spreading. Because I'm sitting down, you know, it kind of looks like I'm shrugging my shoulders up and down, but ideally you want to do this in more of a relaxed position, you know, up from here and then back down. So if we put this all together, straddle grip, bend that pinky back, we're going to spread straight. They touch a card, let's say they touch this one here. We're going to re-grip the card above their card in this position, like so, and we're going to move it towards here, re-grip both cards here. What I forgot to mention is it's important that your thumb rests on the card on top of their selection. That means when you start to do your cull, it sort of holds the cards in position better. I want to quickly go over the outjogged version, and then I'll give you a few more tips on the angles. Alright, so once again, spectator touches any card that they like. Let's say they touch one down near the bottom, being a wee bit more cheeky this time. Once again, you're going to take the card above it and square it with their selection. This time you can completely let go with your right hand cards and hold the double with your left hand. As you can see, the cards in my right hand are a wee bit messy, and you can't do that when you're performing. So let's do it one more time. They select a card, say this one here. You're going to bring the top card above it, hold it with your left thumb, outjog it, and then re-grip with your 3 fingers here and your pinky along the bottom again. Square the cards in your left hand, and with your thumb and your pointer finger, you're going to hold on to the top of the card. Again, your wrists are going to have to do this weird motion, and when you do this, all you're going to do is move the card like so. Right, we'll use a different card this time. Holding the thumb and the index finger, we're going to move it from this position here, and whilst that happens, all we're going to do is move our 3 fingers down and remain holding onto the top card. When you're doing this, you're not going straight into a cull. I need to emphasise that, as some people start culling straight away and it completely gives away the move. This is done when the wrist is tilted down, obviously, and when we're here. I mean, some people like to hold the cards still in straddle grip if they want, and again you're just going to use your left thumb to hold these cards here. It's only when I get to the last few cards that I decide to start my cull. And then you can do whatever you want with their card. It's a very good idea to get them to touch a card. Say they touch this one here, you outjog the card, you then get them to hold their thumb and their finger as soon as you push it down. So obviously not here when you've got your double. You're going to push it down, they hold on to their what they think is their card, and then you can spread and they can push it in themselves, and you have that really clean control. Like everything in sleight of hand, it's probably better if you don't rush the move, and please don't start panicking when you do this. I know some people would probably want to do this. I think if you can't control yourself, how are you going to control the cards? I mean, it's fair enough, right? I find that a lot of people don't use the convincing control because it gets the card to the bottom, so we need a way for the card to come onto the top. My preferred method is just use a pinky clip. Simply all we're doing is pushing the card over, clipping it with the pinky and the ring finger, and then we push the deck this way, and re-grip and dribble. If you want to use a pinky clip, move your hand to the right in this position. Don't do it like this. You will flash. Same like this. And here. But if you move your hand this way, you're never going to flash. Steal. Replace. The Spread Cull is a very nice move, and if you just spend the time needed to get the angle sorted, you'll be laughing at how clean it is. Thanks as always for watching these videos. Don't go anywhere, as there's plenty of other videos on the channel. If this is your first time, or the second time, or maybe even the third time visiting here. I've now got access to the community tab, so I'll keep you updated whenever there's anything going on. Let's again get another discussion going in the comments, and if you want anything taught, you need to let me know. Cheers guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
Perfect.
Learn how to do this somewhere on the screen.